our bodies, the condition of our bodies is what is going to determine how effective our Ramadan will be. The more fit we are for Ramadan, the more output our body will be able to do in the month of Ramadan. Whether it be fasting, whether it be praying the Taraweeh Salah, whether it be doing the other aspects of Ramadan, the more fit our body is, the more output and contribution it will give to Ramadan, and the more impactful Ramadan would be. What I mean that we physically prepare is first and foremost we begin to decrease on the level of junk that we consume. Why? Because not only is that harmful for our bodies on a day-to-day basis, but is going to become a hindrance in the activities of Ramadan. So you basically cut down on the junk that we consume, the junk food, the food that are not healthy for you. Secondly, even in the month of Ramadan, you maintain that same diet. You maintain that same diet, which will allow you to maintain that momentum that is needed for you to reap the most out of Ramadan. Okay. Another aspect of physically preparing for Ramadan is that if a person has a certain type of illness, a certain type of sickness, if he is on some sort of medication, then one should consult his doctor way before Ramadan starts. We often hear a day before Ramadan starts, people are going to the ulama and they are asking, I am on this medication, what do I do? Okay, you're supposed to have prepared for this way in advance. That yes, you have to take the medication at certain periods of the time or of the day, but before Ramadan, a month in advance, you consult your doctor and you say, listen, my holy month is coming right now and I am going to fast in it. Don't go and ask him, should I fast or should I not fast? You tell him you are going to fast in Ramadan. Okay? Is there an alternative you can provide for me? And believe me, where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. The famous saying goes. The Urdu saying. Shall I tell you the Urdu saying? You don't know? जब दिल ही नहीं मानता तो बहाने हजार है. That when the heart is not willing to accept, or when the heart is not willing to put in what is required, then you're going to look for 1,000 excuses. Like this. Right? So don't go to the doctor and say that, Dr. Saab, should I fast or should I not fast because of my medication? He's going to say, you have a special condition, don't fast. But you need to say to him that I am going to fast. Then he's going to provide you with an alternative. Okay? Yes, of course, if a person's situation is such. Now look, the minbar is not a platform for giving specific verdicts, because that depends on individual circumstances. So you may have a different situation, you may have a different situation, a third person may have a complete different situation. So what they need to do is they need to visit their ulama on an individual level and get the verdict and ruling which is specific for their situation. Okay. From the member we say that you go to your doctor and you ask him to provide an alternative for the medication, or if that medication could be prescribed at times where you're not fasting. So at least you are able to fast in the month of Ramadan. You know, one of the benefits of Ramadan, now, I don't want to speak about too much of the benefits, then we will digress from the actual topic. But one of the benefits of Ramadan is that it helps get rid of the bad enzymes in the body, which our bodies have been accumulating because of what we consume. But that will only have an impact is if we stop eating those things in Ramadan as well. If we continue to eat it in Ramadan, it's not going to have that impact. Okay, so that's physically preparing for Ramadan. Another way of physically preparing for Ramadan is to start making a schedule. Right? Start making a schedule for yourself. And start making aims and goals what you would like to accomplish in Ramadan. Okay. So for example, if a person says that in the month of Ramadan, I want to read 1 juz per day. So in the month of Ramadan, he's going to finish the complete Quran. If a person makes that determination, okay, how can he prepare for that from now? The way to prepare for that from now is by start reading at least 1 page per day. Don't do this, which many people do. They wait and they wait and they wait. The night before Ramadan, they sit down and they say, these are my goals for Ramadan. Do you think from the next day you're going to start doing all of those goals? It's not practical. And if you do, then you will do it for a couple of days, and then you're going to say, this is too hard, let me decrease my goal. So, where Ramadan was supposed to increase you, in the middle of Ramadan you're decreasing. So don't do that. Start from now. Start by reading 1 page a day, 2 pages a day. At least then when Ramadan comes, you're in that momentum of reading, so then you can read 1 juz per day. Include that in your schedule from now. Include Taraweeh is another thing. Okay. Ramadan comes, many people, when it comes to Taraweeh Salah, okay, they say they become too tired to read the complete amount of raka'at, whether it is 8 or whether it is 20, whatever you read. But because they haven't prepared for it physically, now they're finding it like a burdensome. This extra salah is just coming on my shoulders. And some people like to escape it by saying, I don't even do my 5 times a day, why am I going to do Taraweeh? That's just it, I told you, right? Jab dil hi nahi mata to bahane hazare is one of those ones. That your heart doesn't want to do it, so you're making an excuses. I don't pray 5 times a day, why am I going to pray Taraweeh? No, you pray your Taraweeh, so at least you can become punctual on your 5 times salah. Because your logic is going to tell you, why are you giving so much emphasis to a sunnah act and you're missing your fard? Okay. So how do you prepare for that now? Is by adding 2 raka'at extra to what you pray on a normal day. So for example, if on a normal day for Isha Salah, you pray 4 raka'at, and then you pray 2 raka'at, and then you pray 3 raka'at witr. Okay. If that's your normal routine, okay, add 2 raka'ats at the end of witr. So you're in the habit of praying extra raka'at per day. So by the time Ramadan comes, and now we have what? We have around 35 days? 35, 36, 37 days. So you have 37 days. Every 10 days you can add 2 rak'ats. Okay. So say from today you start praying 2 rak'at. After 10 days you add another 2 rak'at. How many rak'at is that? 4 rak'at. After 30 days you've added an extra rak'at. How many rak'at? 6 rak'at. So now you're in the habit of praying 6 rak'at. Ramadan is here, you're ready to start with 8 rak'at. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the habit of praying 4 rak'at fard and then 2 rak'at sunnah, 3 rak'at witr, 2 rak'at nafil, add an extra 2 to that. If you're already praying that extra 2 rak'at, add an extra 2. What I'm saying, what I'm trying to get at is this, that do something more than your normal routine. Okay? Do something more than your normal routine. Another way to prepare, fasting. Hours are long, and we know the hours are long. Okay? You can physically prepare for the fasts of Ramadan by fasting. And the Prophet ﷺ had practically shown that example. He practically showed the example. Aisha radiallahu anha says that after Ramadan, the most fast the Prophet ﷺ kept was in the month of Sha'ban. Right? Before Ramadan is Sha'ban, right? Huh?
Yeah.
Rajab, Sha'ban, Ramadan. And after Ramadan is? Shawwal. So Sha'ban. So the most fast you used to keep after Ramadan was in Shawwal. So what was that? That was physically preparing for Ramadan. This will get you used to the long days of not eating and drinking. Okay, if you cannot keep, a big portion of Sha'ban, then at least keep Mondays and Thursdays. Okay, Mondays and Thursdays, which is a Sunnah fast, but at the same time you'll also be preparing for Ramadan by getting used to the long fast, that you get the feeling, okay, this is how it's going to be. Your body gets adopted to it. If you can't do Mondays and Thursdays, do at least Mondays. Okay, but don't go lower than that. We should at least keep a certain standard, right?